We're live.
We're live.
Live.
We did it.
We did it.
We did it. It's only like our 12th or something video.
Yeah.
Okay, so as always, hello and welcome to the channel. This is Hobby Vomit. I'm Ian, and this is...
I'm Matt. Hello.
Hello. And so we are continuing our playthrough of the Fantastic Four campaign. We want to go and start this off, as always, by just saying that this is a continuation of a series. So... spoilers, so to speak, in terms of the scenarios in the campaign. But we'll kind of leave that for you to decide. Maybe you just want to join us for another fun session of Fantastic Four. You don't really care about seeing new villains or seeing new content. But if you'd like to see some of the stuff that led up to this, please watch some of our older videos. We'd love to have you there. And yeah, it's been a really, really great time. We also want to go ahead and just say, too, that it's been really encouraging and heartwarming to see the reception of the first videos, to see content being posted on the Discord chat, and to be able to interact with some of the known greats, so to speak, in that Custom Marvel channel. It's really cool because for these wonderful people that have created a lot of this content, like Designhacker, Kajislav, like Odysseus, to kind of see their names popping up was just really, really cool, because we've known about you guys for quite some time, and then to kind of see you interact with our content as well was just really, really awesome. So thank you very much for being here, and thank you everybody else who's watching this content. It really does mean a lot to us to kind of have you joining us for the ride. So as always, we're going to be playing through our next scenario in the Fantastic Four campaign. This is going to be the one, the only, the Super Skrull. Oh. And we did a test playthrough of this, and I must say that it was significantly better than the TV show. So I'm very happy to be playing through this. I had to drop it. I couldn't. I sat there. I was on a family vacay with the in-laws, and I decided to watch the entirety of like Secret Invasions or whatever. So, which I think also somewhat communicates how my vacation went, that I opted for watching that show. not saying anything, like I love my in-laws, but it was a weird vacation. And so yeah, but no, I'm excited to be jumping in this one. As has been for the last couple of videos, I'm playing Namor and Mackenzie. Namor from Odysseus's design. This is some custom content. And Matt will be playing Reader, which is his own creation. I don't have any changes to my deck from the previous video. Matt, do we have anything on your end?
Nope, I think we're locked in.
I think we are locked in. Okay, so if we are good to go, I can go ahead and get us started with the new scenario.
Yeah, I did want to say real quick, I am trying to do my best to remember to do better camera work. So I think what we're going to do is try and I've got this camera saved right now, and I'm going to try and remember to just like play my hand at this screen. And then what I'm also going to do is, because of the way TTS is, it locks into my hand, but you can't see Ian's hand. Before Ian plays his turn, I am just going to do a quick zoom in on his hand like this. We'll look at his cards, and then I'll zoom back out, and I'll just try and do my best of keeping track of what's going on and all of that. So yeah, just want to put that out there. You might see me forget and start moving around the camera, and then maybe I'll remember later on and fix it. But yeah, just want to put that out there. Hopefully it's a little easier to watch and you won't get so seasick.
Very nice.
Kick us off.
Yeah, Matt.
Oh, sorry.
I would say you mentioned that to me, and I was like, man, they've never played VR with you, have they?
No. Yeah. Gosh. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is gonna be a fun one. So here we go. We are in the Baxter Building with the Fantastic Four. So Baxter Building, aftermath, painkillers, cold lasagna, cryo sleep containment cells, experiments on artifacts from antimatter universe. So a fairly run-of-the-mill Friday night, including, briefly, sleep. For children, sleep is most often interrupted by a need to drink a glass of water or get rid of earlier drinks. Franklin Richards was much the same as any young boy as he groggily navigated to the restroom. But he also had the core of heroism instilled by his parents, so, upon seeing a lit panel indicating activity in the laboratory, he investigated. The oldest Richards child was quite accustomed to seeing the powers of his family in the lab. The rocky strength, the flames, the pliant form, the unsealable force fields. But much less common was seeing all four in one person, one Skrull. Moments later, he woke his parents and gave a calm adolescent report. Super Skrull's in the lab, and he's using a computer to contact bad guys and young to stop him. Sue and Reed looked at each other and nodded, springing into action. I thought you said this guy was a jillion% contained, bighead, said Thing, his stocking cap flapping as he lumbered toward the forthcoming battle. 99.87%. But that was from all outside threats. The battle with the Nihilus inside the laboratory must have hampered the integrity of the power inhibitors. Sheesh, exclaimed Johnny Storm. This is why I do my own car maintenance rather than trust you. Blah, blah, the car heaters technically works because it's also on fire. Well, you know what I say to anyone who disturbs my beauty sleep? It's clobbering time.
Nice.
Okay. I'm getting a little bit better with each one. I couldn't envision in my head. I know, right? I was trying to envision like Franklin Richards, and all I can envision is just this kid going crazy because that's what my kids are.
Yeah.
So for setup, we've got Turk, Tong, Mick, and Core. We've already got those in play from the previous one. We got the Cosmic Control Rod. Now, we weren't sure how things go with Namor. This is the first time we've had a scenario where it doesn't say any set of instructions for Namor. So I assume that applies to the ally, not the hero, because I'm going to be playing the hero. And then we have to discard cards from the encounter deck until attachment is discarded. So we'll take care of that in just a second.
I just noticed something. Sorry to interrupt you, but on here, the encounter deck says Super Skrull Baxter building in standard sets. So I think maybe for the campaign, we are not supposed to use experimental weapons, but we're supposed to use Baxter building. Let's maybe do that. Let me take out experimental weapons.
Okay, and then here's Baxter building. Actually, this is the most recent Baxter building. Hope that's okay. I can grab the old one too.
There's one in.
Oh yeah, did he include one in? Was it in scenario 3 with Annihilus?
Oh, wait, this green baggie, right up here.
Oh, that's the old one. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. So we're good to go. So yeah, here I can help you with the
3. There's one more in there hiding.
Okay, yeah, it should be 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fun stuff. Great camera work.
Got it.
Moving along. I had a high school teacher with he had a map making song. So every time he'd do stuff like this, he would sing his map making song, and that would let us all know that we can doodle for a little bit.
There you go. Did you add Baxter building or no?
I did not.
Giant Baxter building.
Oh my gosh, it's so big.
He's a big boy.
Okay, I'm pretty sure we just add all of it.
Yep.
Nice. Okay.
Right, cool.
So we are doing Super Skrull on Expert, so it'll be Super Skrull 2 and actually wait, it's Super Skrull move. Okay, I think this just means we're doing 2 and 3.
Yeah.
It says move 1 and add 3. So, and then we've got the Enraged Escapee, Partial Powers, and Now or Never. So there should be 3 of those. Perfect. Super Skrull, Baxter Building standard sets, which is going to be standard 3 in our case, with the Expert set included.
Yep.
And then we've got Turned on Mick, and that's fun to say. We have Mick and Tongue, the most lovable of the group.
Yep.
We got the Cosmic Control Rod. We're going to keep it right here in the middle between us because it's technically going to shift control between 2 players. We'd rather just not deal with that, so we'll just leave it where it's accessible. And then we have to discard cards from the encounter deck until an attachment is discarded.
Yep. Do we need to choose first player before we do that? I can't remember.
We do, yeah.
You want to go first?
Sure.
Okay. All right.
Namor is arrogant enough to always go first.
So we're discarding until we get an attachment.
There it is. He is the enemy with the highest scheme.
Yeah, interesting. Okay.
So it says reduce amount of damage he takes for each attack by 2. Give your hero a tough status card, then stun and confuse your hero. So a little bit of a pro, a little bit of a con, but that's how we get rid of it. We got to be stunned and confused.
It's kind of nice.
It's very on brand for Baxter, right? Because that's kind of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Baxter is like helpful and hurtful.
Cool.
Okay. And then we have. So I'll jump over the main scheme, and then maybe you can tell us a little bit about Super Skrull after that.
Yeah.
So we've got the main scheme, Enraged Escapee. Super Skrull has escaped from the Baxter building and hailed his allies to come to his aid. We were suppressing his abilities, but he's regaining control of them. So yeah, we've got 2 and 3. We've got Skrull Standard and Super Skrull and all that. And then we have to set aside the 4 environment cards from the Super Skrull encounter set to create the Stabilized Powers deck. And we put it next to the main scheme. So that's what's here. I believe that's shuffled.
Yep. And
then we're going to go ahead and flip this one. But before we do the next step, you want to talk to us a little bit about Super Skrull?
Yep. So Super Skrull, we're looking at stage 2 right now. He's a 2 scheme. He's a 2 attack. He's a Skrull. He's a soldier. And Force Interrupt. When Super Skrull activates, if he has an attachment with the Fire or Stone trait, he gets +1 attack. Or Invisibility or Shapeshifting, he gets +1 scheme. So if you're familiar with Absorbing Man, this is kind of similar. He's checking for traits on all of of his attachments. And so he's got these 4 stabilized power cards that basically are going to come out. We can actually just reveal one now, so we can look at it. Within Rage Escapee, we want to reveal the top one, so we'll reveal that. And he's got stabilized shape-shifting, so there's one of these for each of those 4 traits. And they all say the same thing. Attachments with the X trait cannot be discarded. So, and these are just permanent. So for the rest of this game, any shape-shifting attachment he's got is locked in. And then we see here when he completes this scheme, he gets a second one. So we want to... this actually kind of was nice that he got this unstable molecules, because we knew it would whiff on one of these. So right now he's just a 2/2.
Yep.
And yeah. So that's him. He's just like in a very attachment-heavy scenario. Pretty
yeah, and
straightforward.
just from our playtest too. I mean, one of the cool things is he does have a high degree of replayability, because that first one the first 1 and 2, I would say, really kind of shaped the whole encounter. And this is not the one we got. I think when we started, it was stone.
Yeah.
Or well, not when we started, but when we did our playtest run, it was just stone. So this is I'm really excited to see how this plays differently.
Oh, whoops. Yep, I believe on expert you always see 3 of these minimum.
Yep.
Or 2. It might be 2 minimum. I can't remember, but we'll see at least one more.
There's a way for it to just be 2, I think.
Yeah, okay.
But it's pretty tough. I think 3 is pretty normal.
Yeah. Okay. So that's it for setup. He's ready to go. He's got 36 hit points for stage 2. And I believe we can now shuffle up and draw our cards.
Yep.
Drawing 5.
Ooh, that's not a bad start.
Ooh, one way or another, eh? Kind of like that. I don't want
discard like that.
this.
Oh, buddy. Okay.
I think what I'm going to need to do if I want to stay in this camera is move my deck over here so I can see a discard. So let me go back to camera. Let's do this. Okay. I'm mulliganing those 2 and that one. So drawing 3, then doing my setup on Reader, which lets me put 3 counters on the tablet. I get to summon Fori. Come here, doggo. Nice. Okay, I'm ready to go. So let me go to your cards. Ooh,
This is this is so good.
Yeah, you do have a crazy hand. All right, I'm going back to main table. As you play, I will. Man, maybe this isn't good. Maybe I need to make this the zoomed out so I can actually just alt on your cards. Because right now I can't. Yeah, I'm doing it. Executive decision. All right, now I can still alt on your cards.
Am I sitting down, by the way? I am. Good.
And I can move my deck back over here.
Perfect.
All right, kick us off.
Okay, so yeah, I've got a pretty solid hand here. So the way we're going to do this is we are going to go ahead and discard Savior Complex and Twice Termination so I can play Ankle Wings, which is again, this upgrade is going to go and give me a resource. But since I discarded Twice Termination for the first time this round, I do get to return it to hand. At which point I am going to go ahead and discard an energy for another Ankle Wings.
Nice.
And then I can now tap 2 Ankle Wings and discard Power Termination for...
You have to be in hero, though. Keep,
so this is a good point. So if I want to tap these and also get the use of... I don't think that math checks out with even with the control rod.
With Tong?
With Tong, I still think the math doesn't quite check out because... Well, actually, wait. If I use Tong and I use the Cosmic Control Rod, because this is just a first player action, right?
Yep.
Ooh, okay. So, yeah, let's do that. So let's Tong, draw a card. I will discard that card with Power Termination to play Atlantis. So I'm using those 2 things to replace the 2 Ankle Wings, which is then going to allow me to exhaust Atlantis to then discard 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
Nice.
And now I'm at 25 cards. Pretty sweet.
Nice.
And we will go ahead and flip up. He goes to 12, but he does scheme for 2. Yeah, I think what I do here is I just go ahead and do the hero action. off of unstable.
Okay, yeah.
I'll give myself a tough as well as a confused as well as a stunned. And I don't even know what to do next because I'm so confused and stunned right now.
Whoa.
Oh, so I think the way we do this is I just go ahead and knock off this not my card. That was
Delete.
from the top. Was that the top of my deck? One, two. Okay, anyway, but that wasn't perfect. I'll knock off that stun. Sorry for the technical difficulties. And then I'll just tap Angle Wings as I can. I'm just kidding. It's over to you.
All right. All right, I'm gonna let's see. I'm gonna flip up. I'm going to one way or another. Starting it out hot. So I think we don't want that one. Let's just take. So he's only got 4 side schemes. Oh, but there's Baxter building one now. After step 1, discard until an attack. No, we don't want that. That's awful. I think yeah. So there's 4 pretty identical. Let's take the invisibility one. Where'd I put it? There it is. So all 4 of the side schemes in this deck are the same. They all look like this. They say X, stabilizing, and then X, which one of those 4 traits. Attachments cannot be discarded. So it's basically a temporary version of these. They always come in with 6, and they do have a when revealed of discard 5 cards from the encounter deck, and if an X attachment is discarded this way, reveal it. So we'll discard 5. 1, 2. Nice shape shifting.
Nice. Way to get rid of that one.
Okay, so did get that. So we're still gonna do all 5 cards.
Yep.
And then we did discard a invisibility attachment, so he gets it. So this is force fields attached to Super Skrull. Forced interrupt when Super Skrull attacks you. Only your hero can defend against that attack. And he does get +1 attack. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, but I do get to draw 3, so I probably can just pay to get it off. But right now, it's not really a big deal if I don't.
Wait. What do you need? Oh, I don't have the right resources for it. That's okay. I just have these ankle wings just sitting here.
Oh, you have a. Oh yeah.
I just have 2 energy. Not unfortunately. I'm not deep, so I don't get the wilds.
You're not deep. All right, let's see here. So I definitely do, but let me see. Right now, I don't think it's quite as big of a deal. So right now he's a 3/3 essentially because he gets the +1 scheme for having an invisibility attachment and a +1 attack for this. Well, we know we're gonna get 4 in, so we're gonna spend a read counter off of the tablet and then play a card that costs 3 or less for free. So 4 is in play. What else would I like to do? I think Endurance is going to be a good play here. Overwatch is not bad, but I'm thinking I just spend Overwatch, which is a physical, and Spider-Woman, which is a mental, and we'll get it. Oh, actually, sorry, I can't get rid of that yet because of this side scheme, derp. So that means I need to play C, because 3, that would get rid of it. If I do it before I play 4, I can just get rid of it. Maybe I do that. So let's put Braille Tablet back to 3. 4 goes back to my hand. These 2 can come back to my hand.
I guess you can spend the same resources for C, right?
But then I want to spend them on this.
Oh, so I got you. So
So I'll spend 2 to play C.
Yep.
Which is remove 3 threat from a scheme, and then remove X threat from a scheme where X is equal to the number of read counters, so another 3. Nice, so that's gone. Then I'm going to spend the physical and mental to get rid of the attachment.
Nice.
So that's gone. Nice. Then we're going to we'll exhaust the Braille Tablet, spend the counter to put 4 into play, and do I put Endurance into play?
Yeah. No, I know.
Or do I put this into play? Superpower training.
You need mental and physical. Superpower training is really good. You can also use Tong, by the way, too, if you want to preserve one of your cards.
Yeah.
So I know this is a bit backtracking, but I would feel bad not to suggest it.
What's up? Leave it.
Is there a world where you leave this so you can play Superpower training in Overwatch? You see this in Overwatch, the other one, so you get it down by, was it by 3, I think?
It'd be 3. Yeah, I see what you're
Yeah.
saying. So I spend Spider-Woman to put this into play.
Right.
Hopefully
and
everyone's
then-
following this because, yeah, we are backtracking a bit. So this is before I even do C. Then Overwatch would have gone on to that side scheme.
Yeah.
I would have thwarted the 3 off of it, popped Overwatch, taken 3 off of this as well. Then resolved the rest of C, got rid of that side scheme. This is at 3. So the only other thing I need is...
It's the same number of resources because you spend 1 for this.
Yeah, and then I can pop Mick for endurance.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah. Hopefully that is okay. And let's... He doesn't have retaliate or anything. I'll knock this down by 2. And that's it.
Nice.
All right, we're in the groove now. We're in the groove now.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just looking at
No,
this.
yeah,
I'm
that
like,
makes sense.
This is really good.
Yeah, it's good on turn 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so this is main scheme is going to go up by 1 per player. It goes up to 2, and then super, and this needs to ready as well. It might be better to, I don't know, just because it auto readies.
I'll put it here so it auto readies, but then it's like kind of still between us.
Yeah, that works. All right, so he's going to attack you.
Attack me. I'm just gonna take it on the tough. He doesn't have piercing.
So
right?
base of 3.
Yeah, he's gonna be for 6. So let's take it on tough.
Nice. He's attacking me, base of 3. I'm also just going to take it. So 5, I will take 4. And 4, will take 1.
Encounter card.
Encounter cards.
Okay, place 1, and then he schemes. So 1 counter on Pursuit by the Past. Let me go ahead and massively enlarge that.
Nice.
There we go. And then, so then he is going to scheme. I don't have any way to really
He's a base of 3 for
He's a base of 3 right now.
Skimming.
So he's just doing 4. So he's halfway there.
And I've got Evil Alliance. Oh, gross.
Oh,
Each Nemesis minion in play activates against you. There aren't any, so there are no activations. So we place 3 counters on Pursued by the Past. Nasty. Well, maybe it's good to get him out of the way early. All right. First player comes over to me, and we definitely want to get rid of superpower training off the bat. Yep. So I'm just gonna exhaust and pop it. Well, actually, wait. Hold on. I might want to play chancing. I do want to play chance encounter on it since it's free.
Yeah,
then skilled. I exhaust. Oh, I have a skilled investigator too. Yes. We're in the groove. We're in the groove.
We're back in the groove.
We're back. All right. So I thwart it for 1. Let's see.
Wait. I'm kidding.
No. So is there a 4 hero response? So that comes when defeated.
Yeah. So we do the when defeated.
Okay. So when defeated or the interrupt comes first, right? When attached assigned scheme is defeated. So I search for an ally. I'll just take Jessica. I'm not gonna make it hard. So that goes away. Then we do the when defeated. We each get to search our deck and discard power for an identity-specific upgrade and put it into play. Get my jetpack.
Get my trident.
And then shuffle. Then this goes out of play. And then I hit Skilled Investigator and draw a card. Nice. Oh, no, wait. I scrolled in. I did it. I caught myself. All right, so let's see. I would like to play New Attilan. Yeah, maybe I play... Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to exhaust Braille Tablet. That means New Attilan only costs me 1. I'm going to spend the 1. Play New Attilan. And I think I'd use this to draw 2. And then I'll flip down next turn. Or maybe this turn, I guess. Let's see how much thwarting I can do. So yeah, New Attilan, I will action exhaust New Attilan and remove a read counter and then draw 2 cards. Oh man, that's tempting. Maybe actually I can't get rid of it this turn. Well, I do have Cosmic Control.
I've got this. Yeah.
Okay, so let me draw a card from this. So that's a double resource. That's nice. That's nice. Wait. Do I one way or another? I can, let me ready. So if I one way or another, I can get.
Mm-hmm.
I guess there's no point in me doing it this turn, because I've already used my Skilled Investigator.
That's true.
Maybe I just try and hold that. So let's spend. What's up?
But you can also just be greedy.
I could be greedy. No, I won't be greedy. I won't be greedy.
Yeah.
I want to thwart this main scheme. So let's spend a fresh read and man's best friend to play Jessica. And now I'm going to thwart for 2 off of the main scheme and then yaw and roll.
Yep.
So I'll spend arrows to play yaw and roll, which lets me remove another 3.
Yep.
And I think do I just, there's not a lot of side schemes in this deck. I think I attack for 2.
Yep.
And then I flip down, if that's cool with you, and I hold one way or another.
Yeah, hold it. Nice.
All right, let's look at your cards. Oh yeah, look at that zoom.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I think I've been trying to go back and forth on this, but I think I do go ahead and just open with the in and out so we can get rid of this confused. Now I believe I lose. Let's see. No, so let's see how we want to do this because I'd like to be able to attack, so I don't want to just knock this off myself. So I believe I can ankle wings and then do in and out. I get the when played trigger because it's after you paid, and I did use that resource. But I believe that I don't get the rest of it, right? Because it's a thwart, and so it's going to be canceled by the confused.
Yeah, so you'd still, I think that's right. You'd still get the hero response because you still paid for it.
Yep.
And
it is royal authority, so it'll come into my hand.
Yep, and then it'll just knock off the confused.
And then it goes away.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can't even do the rest of it because I think the entire action is a thwart, right?
Yeah, you're right. Yep.
Yep. Nice. Okay, so with that out of the way, now we can have some real fun. So the real goal here is to try to get this to our Nick Fury. I'm probably just going to go ahead and ditch the thing for this. So I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4 and play Nick Fury. Now he's going to have me draw 3 cards.
You got new cards in your hand? Oh, look at that zoom.
Oh, nice. And then that officially means I am deep.
He's deep.
I'm deep. It got real deep. So, so a couple things.
I never looked at this cheap shot art. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's so good. Okay, so so now I do have ankle wings for the mental. So I think I probably do something like, probably going to end up doing ankle wings and in and out. Oh, also I did need to. I didn't do that effect. That's okay. Technically, I would have discarded.
We're in the groove, baby.
Cheap shot, yeah. It's okay. It's a hero response. It's a May, so
yeah. You chose not to.
Yeah. So let's see. Searching counter deck for an attachment, reveal attachment, draw 3 cards. He's got Baxter building attachments. I kind of want to, just to see
what is it. You get to search.
Yeah, I get to search for an attachment.
Yeah, do it.
So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. All you got, and we're gonna go searching for an attachment here. So. See, I want like a Baxter building one.
We didn't read the flavor text on the front of the main scheme.
Oh no, he's starting to regain permanent control over the powers we were suppressing.
Okay, good. I had no idea what was going on, but now I do.
Now it's all coming into
It's all coming together, yeah. Now we're in the groove.
So let's see, that's energy and physical. That's not too bad. Is there another Baxter villain activates if
Dang, this art's sweet too. He's literally fighting She-Hulk in front of a plane.
villain would take 4 or more damage from a single attack. And what does it do as well? Oh, that one's the one where he has like advantage on boosts. Ooh, that's pretty good. He doesn't have any. He's what does he have right now? He's shapeshifting.
The like permanent one. Yeah, shapeshifting. Yep.
Okay, let's give it another visibility.
Okay.
I will shuffle this.
So this is Vanishing Veneer. Invisibility. Treat each minion as if they have the guard keyword. Okay. And that's it just makes it fun. Like, if this were stabilized invisibility, that just means if this came out early, you're just playing a game where every minion has guard, and like that just changes the scenario so much. It's cool.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I do have some cheap shots. I got a tough call.
I got more cards. Oh,
sorry. Yeah. And I hit on Neptune's Trident, which is real nice.
Nice.
So I mean, we're just gonna go ahead and pitch let's go ahead and pitch a cheap shot in and out because we don't need those, and then I'll get rid of this. And then I need a mental and a physical. Is that right?
Yep.
So let's do tough call, and we'll get the physical off of this.
Nice.
Okay, so that's done. And then I can either go for her or I don't really need this. Don't really need this either. I've got any Fury to block for me. Yeah, so maybe, well, but she also doesn't really do anything right now either. So let's hold her and let's go ahead and just pitch Royal Authority for. No. Hold the rent because you've got one way or another. So Atlantean Skin,
Mm-hmm.
and I will draw a card, take a tough. And then, yeah, pitch Cheap Shot for downtime.
Nice.
And then we're just going to go ahead and punch him in the face. I'm choosing not to do Neptune's Trident because I don't want to burn more cards here. I'll punch him in the face. And then I am deep, so I do get a +1 on my attack. So I'm gonna go punch him in the face again.
So 2 from Nick and what? 2
3
from
for me.
3 for you.
3. I'm deep, so +1 on everything.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And
down
then
to 29.
Down to 29, and I think that's where I leave it.
Okay, so we ready up.
Ready up,
Drawing
and I will
4.
draw 4.
It's not bad. Got my
so
staff.
2 up on the main, and he's attacking you. 14.
He's scamming. I'm
oh,
down.
Skimming. Yeah.
He's scamming.
It's just your alter ego just looks so cool. I get confused.
That's right. Me and the dog are hanging out. All right, so 2 + 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 7.
Nice. Okay, he's attacking me. I can now block with my ally, so I will do so.
Yep.
I'm going to block with Nick. It's a star. Reveal this card.
Oh.
So you know what's funny is
Taking and breaking.
Just barely
Just
kills
breaking. Yeah. So this is a forced response after step 1 of the villain phase, which is nice. We skip it this round.
Yep.
Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until an attachment is discarded and reveal that attachment. So really not good in this scenario. That's like a priority.
Yeah.
Get that going. All right. Encounter cards.
Encounter cards.
Oh no. Skrull Soldier. So he's got Insight 1. He's a 1 scheme 2 attack. What's that?
I'll put it down. The Insight 1.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Yep.
He's got 4 health, and he's attack scheme, piercing, and ranged.
Okay.
Oh.
Stone superpower. He's stoned.
He's stoned.
After you turn ins, give him a tough status card. Super Skrull. Oh yeah, this one, where like it's every single turn he gets a tough or he heals one.
Yeah. But luckily it's not
I do have a
permanent
wild
right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. First player over to you.
Yeah. Man, so we've got some options here. You're not up. That is the downside.
Really I'm not up. Yeah. I'm probably gonna have to hit a one way or another too, just because I have no thwarting in my hand. But it makes Jessica stronger.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, so how do I want to do this? I could Royal Authority to go 2/2, just knock off the Baxter building, just get that completely done with. That's probably not a bad way to go ahead and start, honestly. And then I can Imperious Rex into that as well.
Oh yeah, let me look at
there's
your
also,
hand. Oh,
there's also
yeah.
that. And I don't have a wild in hand. Okay. Yeah, I think I need to just prioritize, especially since you have one way or another. I think I just need to prioritize helping with the scheme here. So I don't know that I can get.
You've got the rod too. Don't forget.
I do have the rod, and your hero gets +1, which is okay. So that'd be a 3, which is real nice because I can combo that with these 2 cards. And I am going to lose deep this turn, so I really should burn as many cards as I can. I think I am going to go for the +1/+1.
Okay.
And then this is going to cost me 2. I don't. One of those needs to be for ankle. So I think we discard Quasar and ankle for this hero action right here. Get rid of that. And then I'm going to go ahead and discard Moon Knight and Furious Strike to go ahead and do Royal Authority. And then that will trigger Neptune's Trident. So I will discard a card. It will go into the discard pile. And then I will go ahead and play Imperious Rex just to make sure. Yeah, I do have an energy right there. And then I'll go and play Imperious Rex as a response to playing Royal Authority. So I'll remove 1 off of Baxter. And then for Royal Authority, I will remove 2 from Baxter and 2 from the main.
Nice.
Now I do need to resolve Imperious Rex.
Mm-hmm.
So in this case, looking at these two, it does not really matter. I'm just going to take one of them. And so, yeah. And so then I will discard these two.
I just
And then I'm
realized
gonna
for Royal Authority, the deep effect is not a thwart, so I can get around confused. This is really interesting.
That
I
is
can't
really
remember
cool.
if Crisis. I think Crisis you just can't remove.
You can't. You
Right.
can't remove this.
Okay, so it doesn't matter if it's thwarting or not.
Yep. Now I do have a +1 thwart and a +1 thwart, so it is for 3. So I'm going to hit this break in and take in, taken and break in. That's going to trigger your skilled investigator if you were in hero form.
Damn.
But you're not.
Loser.
Loser. Okay, so interesting. I think if you're okay with it, I know I used the controller off the +1, which is still pretty good. I think I'm gonna flip down here.
Yeah.
So I am gonna go ahead and hit ankle wings and pass off the improvised porting to play a flight. So I'm gonna place 2 on the main, and I'm going to stun and confuse the villain.
Nice.
Go and lock him down. I do have aerial for my wings, so I can go and discard that. Now, in response to playing that, I will go and trigger Trident. It's an Imperious Rex, so it'll go to my hands. I don't have any way to activate it, which is okay. I'll just hold it in hand. And then I am going to flip down, and I'm going to hit the Atlantis. Now, this is an important note with Atlantis. I'm discarding, so I'm going to go 1, 2, and then I'm done. I don't get to keep discarding because discard effects don't go past deck draw. And then I'll go ahead and deal an encounter card. I will shuffle up my deck. And and so then we're doing this because we want to get to deep again as fast as possible.
Yep. Very nice.
And over to you.
All right, let's start with a recover, which is going to heal me for 2 and put 3 counters onto the Braille tablet. I'm going to use the Alter Ego action on New Attilan, which lets me exhaust it and heal or remove up to 3 damage divided as I choose between Reader and Fori. So I will go up to 11, my max, and will remove 1 from Fori, and then I also get to draw a card. Nice. Ooh, followed. So let's flip up. Yeah, I think I have to one way or another and hope I draw into a C, which I should. Yeah, let's do it. So I'm gonna take fire stabilizing, I think.
Yeah, I mean, notably, I could have left breaking and taken if you wanted me to leave taking breaking, because I could take 3 off the main and leave it for Jessica, so you get your skilled investigator.
It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. We just let it go. So there is a fire in here. So I'm trying to see what my odds are, even though it's not super fun. There's only 1 fire in there, so yeah, that's the one I'm gonna take. So here it is. Comes in with 6, and then when revealed, we discard the top 5. Come on, 1, 2. Boo! I hit it out of 28 cards. Give me a break. All right, so this is a flamethrower. After Super Skrull damages your hero, discard a card from your hand or take an additional damage. And it needs 2 mental, and it gives him a +1 attack. So he's a 4 attack right now, but luckily he is stunned like a doofus. All right, and I get to draw 3 cards. Come on, C. No. Wow. I mean, I guess I could jetpack, ready, reader, and fresh read it. I think I fresh read it. I hope I hit it with the draw card. Because that gets me an extra tablet, which means I can play another 3-cost card. Yeah, I do it. So I'll do a fresh read, exhaust reader, and place a counter on the Braille tablet. There it goes. And then draw a card. Come on. Yeah. Okay, well. Huh.
I mean, you have a built-in ready, especially with the tablet. But
yeah,
she's going in for 2. I guess it's not gonna be enough.
Yeah, that's okay. I think I just do a lot of thwarting next turn, which is fine. So I'm gonna Braille tablet and spend 1 for a helicarrier. I'm going to helicarrier followed onto fire stabilizing. Let's see. He's already confused. I play take out the guards for free. That goes up to 8. That means Jessica's a 3 now. I give you a skilled investigator. and I spend concussive blow and man's best friend for my staff. Then I use Jessica, so she's a 3 thwart. I think I take 3 off the main scheme in case he schemes.
Yep.
And I just hold that for a C. And then I just thwack. Actually, followed is gonna let me just get rid of them. So I think I just deal 1 to
the villain. Yep.
To the villain. I think that's it. I think I'm done.
Okay.
All right. So ready up.
Yep. So ready up. And
I'm gonna pitch float like a butterfly for now. I think that's not the one. All right. I got a C. Nice. All right. So main scheme is gonna go up by 3.
3.
Yep. With this fire stabilizing. All right. And then he's going to scheme against you. But he's confused. Then he's going to attack me, but he's stunned. And then Skrull Soldier is going to smack me for 2. I'll take 1. 4 will take 1, and then encounter cards.
Take encounter card. Oh, sorry, hold on. What's up?
Ooh, entertaining while he's gone.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. My wife was just telling me that she got her story submitted. So.
Oh, nice, awesome, very cool.
Okay, so we got place 1 pursuit counter. Well, place 1 pursuit counter on pursued by the past, and then no, alter ego. Place 1 pursuit counter on pursued by the past, and then discard key search.
It's always yours.
It's always mine, and I typically am down when it happens, which I have no problem with that. So first thing though, order. This always gets me. First attunement comes in. Discard the top 5 cards of your deck. Thank you.
Yeah, I feel like he's like only helped you, which is kind of nice.
It's all about.
It always comes at the right time.
It's always about the pre-planning, man. It's just I pre-watch all of our videos.
Yeah, exactly. So that happens,
and then this comes in, and if I have 15 or less, if I'm deep, then I place 3 additional threat here, but I'm not deep, so I don't have to place that threat there. And then the rest of these cards get shuffled in. So we got him in play, and then we're going to go and reveal 1 more. We deal 1 damage to each identity, and then place 1. Okay, so 1. Oh.
I'm going to give it to 4. Oh, that's nasty on your tough.
Yeah.
Oops.
Then I lose my tough, which is really gross.
That's gross.
Then we place 1 threat on each scheme in play. So main, bop, bop, bop. And then if there are no side schemes play, okay, there are side schemes in play. So
all right, and I've got Fiery Fists. Choose 3 of the following. You may choose the same option multiple times. Deal damage to my identity. Discard a card from my hand. I will take 1, 2, and then the third one's going to go to Fori. And we are done. So over to me. This is actually perfect timing for Jessica to go down because then I can just shuffle her right back in. So she's a 4 thwart right now, which is Yidge. I don't like this Atlanta's attacks, though. I might want that to be the priority. I think first things first, though, is I do a C. And I do that. I'm not going to be able to play build support this run. So I do build support and helicarrier for a C. So it's remove 3 threat from a scheme. I think we do... Let's see, she's a 4. So I'll remove 3 from fire stabilizing. And then I can remove an additional 3. I will remove that 3 from Atlantis attacks.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's done. Then we are going to use Jessica for 4 thwart, and we are going to take out fire stabilizing. Unfortunately, you don't get your skill investigator this time.
That's why I went down. It was all a plan.
So this goes away, which is nice. And then in a response, I will hit my skilled investigator. I will do followed. When attached scheme is defeated, deal 4 damage to an enemy. This Skrull Soldier is going to go away. Followed goes away. Ooh, a Beat Cop. So I can play Beat Cop for free. That's pretty... I can play Beat Cop for free. Oh, man, my camouflage. Oops. Yeah, we beat Cop for free using the Braille tablet. Okay. And now it's a matter of I could just use 2 put under surveillance up, which gives us a nice buffer.
Go get camouflage and play.
Or I play camouflage and hold under surveillance. Okay, let's do it. It does give me +1.
Yeah, nice. And then if you wouldn't mind, just beat Cop that.
Down to 1? Yep.
Yeah, down to 1. That's right. And then I can clear it.
Nice. Okay, cool. So now I can thwack your guy for 1. Unless you want him not at. I can also just do Super Skrull.
I'll just call it. I'll call for your staff. I think that tends to work better.
Okay. Yeah. So let me thwart the main scheme here. 1, 2 because of Fori, and 3 with my camouflage.
6.
Then I jetpack to ready. Do you have any? So I guess what I could do is new Attilan, draw 2 cards, and then play under surveillance. I think I do that, and then I'll plan on flipping down next turn. Oh, sorry, Jessica should have. She's
done. She's done. Yep.
She's dead. Yeah, and then I play under surveillance.
Nice.
Right there, so I remember. And that. Sorry, I do have just Reader again. So I might as well just. You're not wasting any thwart on this, right? You're gonna use
I'm gonna use exactly
Rex.
1.
All right, yeah. I'll do the main scheme down by 1.
Yeah. Okay.
And that is over. Oh, I forgot about the freaking control rod. No.
Do you want to just tap it and give yourself? You could use it to preserve the sonic rifle, or you could.
I'll give myself +1/+1. So I thwarted the main scheme twice, so I'll just do 2 more off of it.
There you go.
Okay, that is it. Over to you.
Okay, so
my staff is ready whenever you need it.
Okay, so we just flip up here.
Oh, let me look at your hand. Ooh, yeah.
So we know we're gonna thwart, so we might as well just start that way. I'm gonna go ahead and go for a thwart, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use Imperious Rex. So we're gonna go ahead and trigger Imperious Rex. To go ahead and draw 2 here. Quasar is also quite strong, but we're taking the Imperious Rex because it's Imperious Rex. So I'll take 1 off of the Atlantis attacks, and then discard this, which allows me to trigger Skilled Investigator to draw a card. And then I am thwarting the main scheme down by 1. Okay,
nice.
So we've got that going for us. Then the next goal is basically to get Cable out. And so I want to go ahead and do that, and I'll go ahead and do the Power of Determination. You know what? We were trying to clarify this before. You know, I technically just before I go any further,
you could have played that other one.
I pulled Imperious Rex off Imperious Rex, so we've been talking about this, right? We're still in the interrupt window technically, right?
Yeah, so you could have played that other one as well.
Yeah, so I could do. Let's do this correctly. So I could do it like this, and then
that would have been. Don't forget 1 more off of a scheme.
Yeah. So it would be the main scheme.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, so if we go for Furious Strike, I almost feel like I need to, because that just clears Atuma, and I don't have to. I mean, basically spend the same amount of resources anyway. I spend this and this for Cable, and then I can use Cable and attack. He's gonna place 1 threat on each scheme in play. Man, I'm not deep yet. That's
not too bad, honestly. Right now, there's only.
Yeah.
It's only just.
I mean, Cable clears him so easily that I almost wonder if I do just go for the spontaneity here, because I can just do this, and then play this, right? And then I need to discard 2 cards. Oh, here we go. Yeah. So then I will go ahead and I will. Do need to save. Oh, actually, wait, hold on. So sorry, I'm trying to think through things here.
Okay.
That's double mental. I'm not deep. I'm pitching these 2. I don't have the mental resources, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna take a big swing and flip down next turn. Is my plan.
Just to damage my hero for that one.
Mm-hmm.
And this is after he attacks you, discard cards on top of your deck. If I go for Mockingbird and stun him, he would lose the stun against you.
That'd be nice. I would take it.
And then Atuma is going to attack, which I'll already be deep. But I could just block that. I could block his attack with Mockingbird, and then Atuma is not really that big of a deal. Yeah. Okay. So Neptune technically should have triggered. Moon Knight got discarded, and yeah. Otherwise, I just go ahead and use this for damage. I don't think I'm going to worry too much about that. So let's just ankle wings, cheap shot, in and out. Play Mockingbird.
Nice.
Mockingbird will apply a stun over here, and then I might as well just go ahead and attack with Cable to put 2 damage on a Tuma.
Yep.
It's not a Tuma, and I should have also triggered this. So I have a Atlantean scan, which I'll hold for next time. And I guess I technically did. I technically did screw up because I didn't play Atlantis first. That was my bad.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. I would have been deep. Although I guess that doesn't really matter that much this round. So, but just good for future reference.
Yep.
And yeah, so with Mockingbird in play, I might as well just go ahead and put a consequential damage. Oh, sorry. I also needed to put
one on each scheme.
one on each scheme, and we're both up right now. So I'm just gonna keep attacking with them. So I'll put him at 3, and then if you're okay with it, if you wouldn't mind just bow staffing him to 4.
Yep. Sorry, you did put the one on each scheme?
I did
Okay,
put the
cool.
one on each scheme.
Nice.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind bow staffing him to 4,
Yep.
because then he'll die to my retaliate.
Sure. Yep. Sounds good to me. All
Okay.
right. Readying up.
I'm good.
I'm decking out.
Yeah. So then another kind of notable thing I was thinking about is I currently am not deep. So I'm going to go ahead and draw 4 cards to be at 5. But now I am deep. And the game says you have to keep drawing. Like you have to draw till you're at your hand size. So technically now my hand size is 6 because of Atlantis. So I have to draw again.
Yeah. I think that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's fair. All right.
Yeah, because it doesn't say like check your hand size, then draw many cards. It says draw up to your hand size. So technically, if you draw and then your hand size increases, you got to keep drawing.
Okay. Yep, that sounds good to me. All right, so main team's going to go by 2. Then he's attacking me, but he's stunned. Thank you. And then he's attacking you for a base of 4.
Yeah, but I'm blocking it on Mocking, which I believe it can do, right?
Yep.
And he's got no overkill. Yep.
No overkill. Ooh,
Oh,
good block.
buddy.
Blocking bird.
Blocking bird for sure. And then Atuma is going to hit me for 2. So,
Atuma.
I think I'm funny.
It's Atuma.
So I'll take 2, and then I got to discard 2 cards. And then he takes a retaliate.
Nice. Okay, encounter cards.
Cards.
My first one is Invisible Sucker Punch. When revealed, deal 3 damage to my identity. If I would be defeated this way, I can discard my hand and exhaust my identity instead. That's pretty crazy. Nope, I'll just take it. It's a cool card, though. Yep. I like it. And the second one is Incited Conflict. When revealed, either pay the resource cost of the ally I control with the highest remaining hit points or discard it. If no ally was discarded this way, this gains Surge. I don't have an ally, so Surge it is. Into Drawing Nearer. Not bad. Not bad. I am going to flip down this turn. What's that?
You just don't have the card for it right now, unfortunately.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. But hopefully New Attilan will get that for me.
Mm-hmm. And I get Scroll Soldier Insight 1.
Scroll.
My only criticism of Incited Conflict is that it doesn't have sight.
It doesn't have what?
Insight.
Oh yeah, that's true. All right, over to you.
Over to me, and I am deep, so which is nice. Okie dokie. Man, we're doing a pretty great job managing the main scheme. Flight just seems like overkill at this point, but I'm not opposed to overkill.
Hey, let me get in on that hand.
Yeah, the flight is super strong. The wings is super strong. I've got Imperious Rex, which just clears this guy right away, which is also really nice. Yeah, the man scheme is being managed pretty well. We do have, I do need to pivot to actually working down his health bar, though. That's for sure.
Yeah, we're starting to get to that setup state. I can't remember if I said, but I do plan on flipping down this turn.
Yeah, I think I do go for the flight. I don't know why I wouldn't here with us managing the side scheme so well, or managing the main scheme so well. So, yeah, I think just based on my deck size here, I've got a plan. So I would like to, as a part of this plan, go ahead and discard Nick Fury and go ahead and discard Lantean's, I think Lantean's Skin here, to go ahead and play Flight. No, not Atlantean skin. Take the damage off of spontaneity to play
Nice.
flight.
Yep.
We'll put 2 on the main scheme, and then we'll stun and confuse him.
Nice.
I don't have these that I want to play, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and double ankle wings to satisfy that condition with
Okay,
double
nice.
wilds. And then I am gonna go ahead and attack for 3 because of being deep allows me to attack for 3 on him, and then I will Imperious Rex, which will allow me to deal another 1 damage as well as look at 2 cards.
Do you want to use the one from Imperious Rex on Squirrel Boy, and I can just thwack him for free?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, that's a great call. Nice. So I will go ahead and take the thing and discard Cheap Shot, and then Imperious Rex will go to the discard pile. And then I would like you to thwack Skrull. If you don't mind.
Oh,
So I just hit him
There we
for 3 off my hero. So
Thwack.
just ready your bow staff again.
Yep.
And then so I could draw a card. It's not bad.
Whoa.
Do I want to be cheeky? I'm going to be a little cheeky. I'm going to go ahead and actually use this for the +1/+1.
Okay.
Now that I've kind of seen these cards, and I am just going to go ahead and pitch. Oh no! If I want to be cheeky, I got to preserve. So draw. We'll do a draw card. Nice, another Imperious Rex, but we're not going to use it for that effect. Then I'm going to go ahead and discard Furious Strike and the Thing to play in the wings. People know where I'm going with this one.
Yep.
And then I'm going to go ahead and discard Imperious Rex for Atlantean Skin, which will allow me to draw a card and give my hero a tough.
Nice.
And then I will go ahead and attack for 2 off of him. And or it's a 7 of 12. Okay, so
I have a decent amount of thwart if you want.
Okay,
yeah,
25,
just do some
25.
damage.
And I promise I will start like beating the living daylights out of him starting his turn.
Oh, you're fine. I think we're just we're playing setup. We're playing smart.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing the things. All right, start over to me. Sorry.
Yep.
All right, start of my turn. I have to discard the top card of my deck and place a counter on Pursued by the Past for each resource icon on that card. So 1. All right. So I was thinking I thwart for 3 with Foray and Camouflage. I thwart for 3 off of the main scheme. And then I'm going to Helicarrier for yaw and roll. What's that?
So much yaw, so much roll.
So much yaw and so much roll. Yeah, I'm going to yaw and roll, and I'm going to play another yaw and roll here. We'll get rid of Chamber for double yaw and roll. I think I'm going to take that sickness off of this one.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
So those are gone. I'm going to... do I New Attilan now to draw 2? Yeah, because I'm... So let's jetpack, ready. I'll New Attilan, spend the counter to draw 2. Ooh. Tempting. No, I'm not going to. Let's see. What do I do? I think maybe I just hold one way or another for next turn. And I... Ooh. Let's just... Yeah, let's just get you Float Like a Butterfly out. Then I'm going to flip... Oh, I guess it's okay if Drawing Near hits one more time. That's not too bad. I'm going to beat Cop. 1 from the main just to be safe. No, you know what? Screw it. 1 from the side scheme. I bow staff him for 1. I flip down. I wreck for 2. Get my counters. Nope.
This way.
There I go.
Nice.
And that is it. Then I ready up.
Okay.
Do I hold one way or another here?
You might as well.
I'm trying to see. I have to see if the 4th one is still in there. 1, 2, 3. So we'll have to keep an eye. Yeah, I hold it, but we'll have to keep an eye on it. If we discard the 4th side team, that's the only ones left. All right, so I'm drawing 4. All right, main team goes up by 2.
Yep.
let me show your hand for a second so people can start thinking about what you're gonna do. Ooh.
I mean, it's
yeah, probably
it's
rather
looking
see.
like
Yeah. All right, so went up by 2. He is going to attack you, but he's
yep, he's
stunned.
stunned.
He's gonna scheme against me, but he's confused. Encounter cards.
Counter card. I'm hoping. Oh, sorry, this should be a 2. Hoping that he attacks. Nope. Touch Super Scroll. When he attacks, attack gains overkill.
Okay. And I've got a fire attachment. Scorching Skin, Force Interrupt, Super Skull, gains Retaliate 1. Hero action, spend a mental and a wild to get rid of it. Okay. All right. Over to me.
Mm-hmm.
So first thing happens is drawing near. I discard. It's 1 resource. This goes to 2. I knew a Tillin to heal or remove up to 3. I'm going to heal myself for 2 and remove 1 from 4E. That way I still have Retaliate with my bow staff. I'm going to flip up and with Camouflage, after I change the hero form, remove 1 threat from a side scheme. Goes down to 2. I'm sorry. Before I flip up, I think I am going to get rid of drawing near. Yeah. Oh, that's why I didn't finish doing the Tillin. I get to draw a card after healing the 3. I was hoping to draw into. Yeah. So do I do... Sorry, that should be at 3 still.
Did you draw 2 or did you just draw 1?
I just drew 1. Yeah, these were my 5 cards.
I see.
I discarded 1 for drawing near, and then new Tillin. I healed the 3, but I forgot to draw 1. So then I'm drawing 1. It's a fresh read. I think... Oh, do I get rid of C or do I get rid of... I think I get rid of C. A fresh read is double resource. Yeah, let's get rid of C to get rid of drawing near. Goodbye. And we didn't... we didn't discard that last thing, which is nice. Then I flip up, which lets me knock off the 1. So it's back to 2. Then I... one way or another.
Yes.
So last one is stone. Stone attachments can't be removed. This goes up to 6.
Okay. 1, not stone. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Nice.
Yeah. I believe it had to whiff because I think it's the last stone.
Oh yeah, nice. All right, then I'm drawing 3. Got another C. I love it. So I think I'm gonna play a fresh read. I'm gonna exhaust, put 1 counter onto Braille tablet, and then draw a card. And then I'm gonna play a C here. We're both in hero too. Oh my gosh, it's a miracle. Maybe I hold concussive blow. Float like a butterfly for sure. And sorry. I'm gonna play close and chance encounter onto stone stabilizing. Then I'm going to spend float like a butterfly and helicarrier to play C. So let's remove 3 threat from a scheme. Then remove another 4. So I kind of did an extra one. I guess I could do that.
Or no, sorry. I'm thinking of thinking this is Overwatch. This is chance encounter.
Chance encounter, yeah. So yeah, let's just kill it. We'll kill it.
Yeah, you should. Yeah.
So that lets me get. I'll probably get Jessica here.
And I'll trigger Skill Investigator as well.
Yep, and then I also get Skill Investigator. Nice. C is done. All right, so I'm not going to be doing one way or another for a bit. So I'm going to spend one way or another. I'm going to spend... Sorry. I'm going to put down Mick. And then I'm going to discard Mick for 2 resources and then one way or another to play Jessica. I'm going to Braille Tablet to play my Sonic Rifle. I will Sonic Rifle to confuse Super Skrull. And is there an attachment? I should have been paying attention. Yes, I can get rid of this Clobber if that is if that's good with you.
Yeah, sounds good.
So we'll spend these 2 to get rid of that stone attachment. I will jetpack to ready. Do we want to? We might as well take out the guards in case we pull anything else. And then I've got Beat Cop. We'll just Beat Cop it down to 1.
Perfect.
And then I will I think I just thwart for 1, 2, 3 off the main, and
Perfect.
call it a day. Or I might as well use
Uh,
Jessica to smack him for 2.
Yep. Three.
Okay.
Oh no, you don't have float like a butterfly.
I don't have Float Like a Butterfly yet.
Yeah.
I do have my bow staff whenever you want to call it.
Yeah, nice. So I think I do that all you got because I think he does still have an attachment in there. And this should work out pretty well here.
It's not shape-shifting though, right?
No, I thought maybe I miscounted. But oh, maybe I did miscount.
Do you whiff it?
No,
you
he
put this
does.
way,
He
this
has
way.
a shape-shifting one, but
No.
that's my bad. No, but he had a. I was looking for it earlier, but he has a Baxter attachment that can absorb damage. I didn't see it in his discard. I must have just.
I think you
missed it.
discarded it when we were searching for the 5. I think that's the one that came up.
I still don't see it, but that's okay. Um. So technically, am I technically obligated to reveal that attachment? Because it's a cost. I'm like, am I obligated to pay the cost? I guess so.
I think yes. Yeah, I think you
Yeah.
I think you do have to.
Okay, that's fine. Um.
Sorry, we were beating up on him a little bit. You felt bad for him.
Yeah.
Fantastic flexibility. So whenever he
That's not that bad.
schemes, this isn't that bad.
I'll put this over. I'll put this over here so we know it's like a.
Oh yeah,
another
permanent
one.
one. Yep. So he does get +1 scheme just from it, but then he gets a +1 scheme on him as well. So he's a 4 scheme now, flat.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever he schemes, we also place 1 additional threat on each side scheme, never to
Nice.
be removed.
Yep. Also, did you want to use your control rod?
Shit, I forgot. Yeah, I'll just use it to have the extra thwart gone. That's it.
Perfect. Okay. And then I will go ahead and discard that, and I will draw, and I will take an encounter card, and I will shuffle. I'll draw 2.
That is that from the so that should be in the discard. Just a heads up if you want to search and find it, because it doesn't
Yeah.
discard till after. Yeah. I feel like for as many attachments as he has in his deck,
Yep.
and they
And then
all
I will,
reveal, or maybe they
the
don't all
other.
reveal in the boost. A lot of them do though. We've been pretty lucky about not drawing them as encounter cards.
Oh, 4. So, and then I would have punched him before I did that because I obviously lose deep.
Mm-hmm.
So I punched him for 4 before I did that, and then now, so there's a couple of different things I was thinking about doing, but I think the main thing we go for is probably, actually that's not even that big of a deal. Just probably the Wrath of the Sea. Here is the big one we want to make sure. So I already have a tough. The Royal Authority doesn't matter as much. We're already good on the thwart. So yeah, I think what value? Improvised porting is a little bit of value. Change form, ready my identity. Then that's actually pretty big value.
It's pretty good too if you're gonna. Oh, a thing isn't face up anymore, for whatever.
So I'm going to do, first of all, this is a mental wild. So I'm going to go ahead and discard Royal Authority twice determination to pay for that, and then take twice determination back. I'm going to go put Tong into play, put it down here.
Tong.
And then I'm still sitting on this Wrath of the Sea. So I want to make sure that I go ahead and now play, just make sure we get the use of the ankle wings. We put 2 into this off ankle wings. I'll go ahead and tough call and twice determination to go ahead and pay for that. That's going to deal 10, so putting down to 8 here.
+1 with float like a butterfly.
And +1 with float like a butterfly.
Did you give him the +1 from when you attacked him?
Yep, and I got him
nice.
on that one too.
Nice.
And then we're going to go ahead and pitch flight for improvised porting, which is going to give him a face down boost card. It's going to allow me to change my form, ready my identity. Which will then allow me to Atlantis 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Nice.
And I recognize that I've been missing Neptunes, but it's intentional. And then I will. So now that I'm here, I'm not worried about my hit points. So I just go ahead and flip back up, and then I am going to go ahead and just attack with Cable, pitching 2 cards into that.
Yep.
So that's going to boost his attack by 2. So he's a 4/5. So that'll take him down to 2. And then I will just
+1 with float like a butterfly, right?
I counted that. I counted that. Yeah,
Oh,
two plus two.
okay. I was thinking he was a base 3. He's base 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I know usually they recommend not to push people over.
Push him. You won't.
Push. Yeah.
Or you don't have to.
I guess
I think he just gets
right?
another one of these stabilized, which
Yeah, actually, you know what? Let's do this because this will be funnier. Let me hold these 2 cards, and I will just discard this as part of my turn.
put him back
So
to
he
4.
gets 2. Yeah, and then drop him by 3.
Bow staff him
So he's so,
or leave him.
no. Leave him
All
because
right,
he'll
I can bow staff him next turn.
when he attacks me, he's gonna flip on the retaliate.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So that'll be pretty nice. And then and then I just hold these cards to try to preserve some of my hand.
Okay.
So that way I can spend more time deep.
Very nice. So we ready up. Drawing 5.
Draw 3, and then I am exactly deep now, so I will draw 1 more.
Nice. So this goes up by 2. And he is going to attack me. He does have the extra boost.
You want me to block on the table? I have a
yeah, if you don't mind, that'd be cool. Just
on
with the
table.
extra boost, it might be a little dangerous.
Yeah. +3.
Whoa.
So Cable gets hit so hard he felt that in the future. There you go.
Cable gets so hard.
Yeah.
All right, he's attacking you.
Actually, I just take it on the top. So that's discard the top 3 cards of your deck. So 1, 2, and 3. And then he's gonna hit me for 3 here, which I'll take on the top. He gets hit with the retaliate, which will advance the stage.
Nice. All right, Super Skrull stage 3 is a 2/3.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is the same, but we do have a when revealed. We are going to get the top card of the stabilized power. So now he is stabilized in invisibility. So we cannot discard invisibility attachments. He's got 44 health, and then he's done so.
That's probably the best one that could have come out.
Okay,
because
good.
it's
Nice.
the same stat as it doesn't give him any bonuses.
Yeah, it's not exactly. It's not +1 per invisibility or shapeshifting trait.
Yeah.
It's just +1 flat. Yep, exactly.
Yep. You took your encounter card?
I took my encounter card. You're getting your second one. Mine is Stone Strength. When revealed, Super Skrull attacks you. It gains overkill. All right, so we're gonna. He's gonna attack me. I think I just take it and I can flip down. So he's hit me for 3. Yeah, 4.
Nice.
1, 2, 3, and I give 1 to 4E. Nice. I do have retaliate, so bink. Okay.
When revealed, discard the top 3 cards of your deck. It just won't leave me alone. These Atlantean traders. And then hero plays 1 pursuit counter, and then he's going to attack me. Yeah.
I have Jessica if we need it.
I don't think we need it. The question for me is whether or not I block here. Because I do have a defense of 3 here. I think I just block here. I'll take 0 damage.
Nice. And retaliate, right?
Retaliate.
Nice. All right, first player over to you.
First player over to me.
Don't forget the rod. I'm going to start saying it.
I do have the rod. So, nice. And I have a cheap shot as well with an Atlantean skin. So we got some options here. We got options.
We got options.
Also, I just wanted to be known. Oh, I did have a Nick Fury. So I could have pulled some shenanigans with the wings. I was looking for like Nick Fury the Thing, and I must have just missed that the Atlantean guy hit my Nick Fury. So it's a little bit unfortunate. That's okay. This is a great time to go ahead and just take a damage here.
Also, just wanted to say, don't forget, I can just beat cop this, so you don't need to waste damage on him.
I'm not going to waste any damage on him. I'm just going to go ahead and take 1 damage off spontaneity, and then just and then we'll just go ahead and double ankle wings here because I don't need the resource for anything special. We'll go ahead and Quasar, which will Quasar will deal 2 damage to all minions. All minions engage with me, but then I'll ask for the bow staff to deal a 3rd damage.
Okay, boom.
So he's knocked out. And then we are going to go ahead and
I do think I'm probably. I mean, I guess I could leave this. Yeah, I guess I do leave that until I get the other player side scheme.
Yep. And then I will go ahead and trigger off the Neptune's Trident on that one. It's a Furious Strike, so we'll go to my hands.
Nice.
Okay, so that's pretty good to know. So we're gonna discard Cheap Shot. We're gonna discard In and Out, and we're gonna discard Gone in a Flash to go ahead and play Furious Strike. And I will go ahead and flip the top one here. It'll go into the discard. That's off of Neptune's Strategy.
Mm-hmm.
And so Furious Strike says Ready Namor, which I will do. Deal 6 damage. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Nice.
And 1 because Float Like a Butterfly.
Nice. Yep.
We'll go ahead and discard that. Then I'm going to go ahead and hit the Rod for a card. And then I'm going to go ahead and pitch Flight for Atlantean Skin to give myself a tough and draw a card. And that will go away. It unfortunately was not the correct resource type, but that's okay. And then I am just going to go ahead and attack for 2 plus 3 plus 4. Sorry, 2 plus 1 plus 1, so 4 in total.
Nice.
1, 2, 1, 2. And then, and sorry, the improvised Rex. Now, this is not an attack, so that just gets the 1 damage.
Yep.
But I will look at 2 cards here, and we'll discard this for Imperious Rex, so I can Imperious Rex again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna. It's technically a wash. It's technically a wash. No, we're gonna deal the damage, but it's technically a wash. I don't know if you took 1 away or not.
I didn't take. I didn't for the second Imperious Rex.
Yeah. So this is technically a wash because what's going to happen is I'm going to look at 2 cards, which is going to empty my deck, which means I'll lose deep, which means my attack will go down by 1. So the damage that this deals, I've already technically taken it off of the character.
I see.
So yeah, we'll look at the top 2 right here. And I'm actually going to take the Thing to hand and discard Moon Knight, which is going to give me an encounter card. It'll cause my deck to shuffle. I will lose the deep. And then the Imperious Rex will go away. And then so the rest of that is a wash. Then I'm going to go ahead and discard the Thing for improvised porting, so I can flip over to change forms. And that's going to allow me to trigger Atlantis.
Just give him a boost.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would, after doing that, like to go ahead and flip back up, and then like to go ahead and attack for 2 plus 1, 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would like to get Quasar in there for 1, 2.
Nice.
And that's my turn.
Very nice. All right. I am going to beat Cop 1 off the main scheme. Nice. Part of me thinks I exhaust Reader and play a fresh read, which gives me a counter.
Nice.
And draws me a card. Not really what I was hoping for. I knew Attilan and spend that one I just put on there to draw 2 more cards. Eros is fine. I think I just go damage here. So I'm going to Sonic Rifle. He's already confused, which means he takes 3 damage. And then I'm going to Braille Tablet another Sonic Rifle in and then use it.
Another one.
I'm finally doing what I said I wanted this deck to do, which was things on top of confused. Another one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then I'm going to... I think I do play a Man's Best Friend here just to stay up. So, we're not going to do build support. Build support, a Man's Best Friend, and Helicarrier for a second Man's Best Friend. So I ready Reader and heal 2 damage from him. Then I get to heal ready Fori and heal remove 2 damage from him. So he's down to 1. And then if Fori were gone, I get to find him. But he's not gone. All right, and then I just do Soaring Acrobatics. And I think I just start swinging here. So Reader plus Fori plus Soaring Acrobatics for 3 damage.
Yep.
Then I Jetpack and ready. I hit him for another 1. I Bow Staff him for 1. I Jessica Jones him for 2. And that's it.
Okay.
Ready up.
Ready up. And then draw 5.
He's confused.
I'm not deep yet.
I might... okay, that's okay. Yeah.
You can flip. You can flip down.
No, I think we'll be okay. I've got Jessica to block.
No. I don't think he survives this turn.
Encounter. I don't think so either. So I'm drawing 4... I can't draw an encounter card because he is decked out. So he gets an acceleration.
Yep.
and then I get an encounter card. Nice. Okay, so main team goes up by 3.
3.
Then he is attacking you.
Yep. So he'll attack me with the extra boost. I'll take it on the tough. So he's hit me for 4, but he'll take it on the tough. He'll get retaliated against.
Yep. He's going to attack me. I'm going to block with Jessica.
Oh, no, I got it in the wings for you. So when the villain attacks, if your identity has the aerial trait, which it does, give the villain 1 additional boost card for activation.
Okay.
And discard this card. And then you can put the topmost ally of your discard pile, which is talking to me. Then declare that the defender of the attack. So the handy dandy, and this is why when I saw it, I took it to hand rather than discarding it. So this way I could pitch it during my turn so it wouldn't get shuffled back in the deck.
Nice.
So I could aerial this back. Now, notably, he comes in with tough.
Yeah.
We're putting him over there, but technically he is mine. So he comes with a tough, and so we'll have these 2 boost cards go against him. So that's going to be 3. That's going to be...
Let's go, thing.
Oh my God. 9
damage.
Tough.
Love it.
Dude is a beast, man.
He is a beast.
And then technically the villain would be confused if he wasn't already. This man in the wings, man.
It's a great card.
I don't know how I'm carrying the thing, but we did it. We dropped him like a bomb.
Yeah. It's the wave. He rode the wave.
He rode the wave, man.
He floats. He's like volcanic rocker or something. I don't know. Encounters.
Encounter
one
card.
For you, one for me. 2 each.
So So when revealed, discard the top 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Notably, I am now deep.
Nice.
And then force response after she activates. Okay.
Praxagora. So she's a 2/2 elite robot minion with 7 health. Force response after Praxagora activates. Discard 3 cards from the encounter deck. If an attachment is discarded this way, reveal it. Nice. I think she is Italian. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah. Praxagora. All right, so we've got this side scheme that has 6 on it. Invisibility cannot be removed, which it already can't. We do need to discard 5 and put in the first
1,
invisibility
2,
attachment we
3,
find.
4. That's
one. I got one. So minions do have guard now, period. Rest of the game, minions got guard. And then second one is Invisible Sucker Punch. Deal 3 damage to my identity. If I would be defeated this way, I will take the 3. Actually, I'll take 2 and give 4 1. And then we are good to go. First player is over to me. We're going to start with a card draw. We are going to New Attilan to draw 2. I was hoping I get a Staff Flurry, but alas. Okay, so let's see. What do I do here? I Sonic Rifle him for 3. 1, 2, 3. I think. Can I get him? I'm gonna one way or another. Sorry, I want him. I want to kill him.
Yeah, you can take him.
I want to kill him. Are you deep? You are deep.
I am deep.
Where's that?
These minions are focusing the wrong guy.
Is there the one where it's gone? All right. We'll give him the shape-shifting one. Comes in with 6. 5 cards. 1, 2. That's stone. 4 and 5. Nice. We draw 3. Where are my Staff Flurries? It's crazy. Okay. Well. I think I just do a concussive blow. So I need to pay with I'll do a fresh read, which is a wild, and a helicarrier. So I will deal 3 damage. Can I do it? 1, 2, 3, 4 for Chamber. Chamber gets to attack for 2, and he doesn't take any consequential because he's confused. 1, 2. And then Reader's going to smack for 2 with Fori. And then Bow Staff. Thwack.
Boom. And you get to ready Bow Staff.
And I get to ready Bow Staff. Nice. We did it.
Nice job.
Super Skrull is gone.
He's gone.
What do you think?
Yeah, I really like it. More so on the second playthrough. This was really interesting because we got the invisibility, we got the invisibility and the shapeshift, so very thwart heavy. Mm-hmm. Whereas when we did our playtest, Stone was the first one I think that came out, and so it was very attack heavy.
Yep.
Ultimately, I do feel like this was a very, very good setup for us.
Mm-hmm.
I had all 4 of my upgrades basically within the first round,
Yeah, you
which
had a
is
great opening
absolutely,
hand.
which is crazy. I had to play both Angle Wings and Atlantis, and then with the superpower training, I had to pull out Neptune's Trident. So I was locked. And like once I'm on this track, it's just really easy to start deck fixing.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a couple of things I've learned by playing Namor, like doing the porting to trigger Atlantis,
Mm-hmm.
like basically waiting for those turns where I need like rather than like trying to go for hard Atlantis like when I'm at the top of the deck, you when you're deep and you know that you're gonna draw 6 cards and it's gonna push you to not be deep anymore. Because I had mentioned that when I was drawing to 15, I would draw to 15, go deep, have 5 cards, but then on my hand size is 6, so I gotta draw a 6th one. But it
Mm-hmm.
works the opposite if you have, let's say, like a couple of cards in your deck and you're deep, you draw those cards, you're now no longer deep.
It
So then,
rechecks. Yeah.
so then your hand size is now 5. And so
What would happen if it's on the very last card?
if it's 6 cards in deck and you draw 6, you're fine because your hand size, you don't have to discard down to hand size.
Okay. Okay.
Right? You just wouldn't draw anymore because your hand size is 5 and you need 6
Yeah.
cards, but the game is fine at that point. So like if you got 6 cards and left in your deck, that's great. Just draw the 6, you're no longer deep. But what I found is like even better is just like hard push. Like if you're getting down to the 6 mark, just hard push through. Neptune's Trident, Atlantis, just push it as hard as you can.
Mm-hmm.
So that way, when you draw up a hand size, you're not drawing, then shuffling your deck. You're already done that, and you're still digging through your deck. You basically spend like a round down off of deep, and then you're back to it,
Yeah.
which is really nice.
Mm-hmm. Didn't you say he got a buff too?
Oh, I would argue he's much better now with what Odysseus has done.
It's
There's some
crazy.
interesting trade-offs, like the fact that you have to have both ankle wings to be aerial, which I think
Yeah.
is very fair,
Mm-hmm.
rather than just any one of them gives you aerial.
Yeah. Yeah.
But a lot of the other cards are just strictly better, I think. But arguably, I mean, I've never played him against any of the new content, so I don't know how he fares.
Yeah. That's fair.
But in this setup, I feel like he's very I think he's a very, very fun hero. There are definitely some strats that just like Super Skrull is getting wrecked by flight. And I was just very fortunate that these flights were very easily spaced out, were very well spaced out, and we were managing the main so well that this was just a no-brainer. Like just constantly pump them, confused, stun.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think that this scenario. I really like the scenario, but I do think that it is inherently just more swingy than like someone like a nihilist because it's one reliant on getting these the permanent things out, and then you have to draw the attachment. But it's like when he swings in a hard, I think in a hard game against him, like if he just all the right things came out, it could be harder than a nihilist. But I think if you get lucky, then kind of like I think we had a pretty lucky game against him, to where he swung to the maybe on the easier side. But I think I'm just the type of player that like if it's fun, then I don't care. And like he is fun because he's got so much variety that like you said, even us playing him 2 times, he feels very different. And the fact that you can't discard these, it's like, all right, well, minions just have guard for this game. Or last time it was he had the permanent one where it was like at the end of every turn he got a tough, or if he already had a tough, he got to heal one. So it's just fun. I was gonna say before we close it down, if we want to show off some of his other attachments that could be and I think it's important we talk about these could be permanent for the rest of the game. So we've got the flamethrower. After you damage your hero, I think we saw this one, discard a card from your hand or take an additional damage. So that's, imagine getting that round 1 permanent. It's like he's a baked in 4 on stage 2, but either it could be a 5 or discard a card, which you're probably never going to do. So basically a 5 attack without a boost, which is crazy. All right, let's see what we got here. We got built to clobber. So you just got permanent overkill. That's not too bad. But it is bad against. It's cool because they all get rid of one of his weaknesses, right? He's weak to minion to allied chumps. Boom, not anymore. Or he's a little susceptible to damage. Boom, now every time he takes damage, he takes 1 less. So that removes things like bow staff or whatever. Just like bow staff just doesn't work against him anymore. Let's see. We got force fields. When he attacks you, he can only your hero can attack. So again, ally heavy decks just stop working against him permanently, which is crazy. Like you could literally for the rest of the game, you could maybe never be able to defend with an ally.
Yep.
We've got Scorching Skin, Retaliate for the whole game, which, by the way, I'm sure Designhacker has fixed this by now, but I think, it doesn't even need to be a Forced Interrupt. It's just Super Skrull gains Retaliate 1.
Yep.
But this is an older version, so it's probably fixed. Are there more? That's it?
No, I believe because it's 2 of each, right? So we got the 2 fires, we got the 2 stones, 2 invisibilities, then 2 shapeshiftings.
Yep.
Yep.
If he ever did...
Sorry. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, if he ever did tune him a little bit, just to be up to snuff, which, again, I don't think he needs it because it could swing hard. But something like if as soon as he's got 2 of these or something like that, he could gain steady or
what I was thinking was this one. He could just gain steady. I know the overkill is a pretty interesting mechanic, but I think it's worth noting that if you combine these 2 together, then the text on this card is blank.
Well, he still gets a +1 attack. At least.
But the text on the card is blank.
Yeah, the text on the card is blank.
Yeah. So just having this,
they are different types of attachments though. So in theory, you'll probably always be able to get rid of one. But I see what you're saying. Like if this one came out first, and then you got this, you're like, I'll just leave it. He just gets a +1 attack.
It's just that if you combine any of the other ones in any combination, they all do something. Except this one, there is this interaction where to combine together, this one doesn't do anything. Just
gives them the +1 attack.
Yeah. So I almost think like maybe you trade the overkill because you already have they all seem to be doing something unique. So like this already deals with allies. So maybe just have this give them steady.
Yeah.
Because it would if he starts with stone or gets stone, like that's a game changer.
Get stoned.
Yeah, but like just the fact that it's in the deck, even if he isn't has that environment, like it's just a constant threat that's out there.
Yeah. And again, we've only played it twice, so I played a couple other times, and I think that's just kind of the situation you're dealing with. Is that it is a swingy scenario to where he will sometimes be harder, but I'd rather that than a villain that's like consistently just pummeling you. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it is fun to be like, wow, I felt like a superhero, and like we really like took care of business. And then maybe next time you play him, he's gonna get his revenge on you, and that's fun. That's a fun little like variation. I think that's done.
No, I really love it, and I think the swinginess is. I think that one of the things the swinginess does is that it really helps him to feel like he's always in the game. Like I never really count Super Skrull out because there's always this idea that he might get more permanent attachments, and that he's building up strength too. So very much, I'm just like I do want to get set up, but I want to make sure that I'm dealing damage to him, like consistently working him down because he might jump back in this game. I do feel like both of us also just swung very hard on high variance. Like this was just disgusting. Like what we could do with this game, and very much like it's not going to be every game.
Yeah. Part of me wonders if Reader is overtuned. I just from what I gathered from the very little playtesting I got from others is that he is fine at this state. I had him in a weaker state, but I was told he needed buffs, specifically on the cards that he did get buffed.
I don't think it's so much Reader as it is just we leaned into, or I should say we drew into a scheme-heavy Super Skrull where you were very much on top of it with Thwart, which C is a very strong card, but also what made it so strong was there was twice you got to play it after wrecking your 3 tablet counters and using
the fresh read card.
The fresh read. So
it's 2 for
both
7.
of your, and I think that's like one of the first times that's happened. Yeah, I don't think you've done a C for 7 yet in this playthrough. So you also got to think like of the 3 games or 4 games now we have on stream plus the few playtests, like that's pretty fair.
Yeah, that's what I wanted that card to feel like. Sometimes you will play it for even a 2 for 3 if you're desperate. Like you'll take it, right? But then then you get a 2 for 7. So average is about 2 for 5, which feels like pretty standard.
Yeah.
Pretty standard, like a hero card is 2 for 5, I think.
I was just gonna say when you combine that with the fact that like if you look at me right now, I'm at 9 out of 13. I did 2 of that myself, and I only went down with improvised porting this entire game.
Yep.
So I think maybe early I might have flipped down once when I had already confused the villain. So when I did flight and then dropped, but like other than that, I just used improvised boarding. So like I was very much like on the high end of my cards, constantly using Tufts to block, and he doesn't have Pierce, or at least
no, I don't think he has Pierce.
I don't think there's a way for him to get Pierce, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, maybe a Baxter attachment, but I didn't see one. So yeah, so like I feel like we just both high rolled it. I got to be the arrogant Namor, just chump blocking all of the attacks. And you got to be Reader, just thwarting down this main scheme and making sure that it could never get out of control.
Yeah.
And you put those two together, and this is like the perfect combination for a 2P. Just you can take any villain on in the world. Yep.
Except for when we lose in all of our playtests, but we don't talk about that.
But yeah, we don't talk about that. Yeah. Like I said, we're not going to high roll. Like this was very much a high roll for both decks, and so it felt very comfy, but it's still fun. I think that's like one of the things I'm trying to figure out as well as like someone who's trying to put a deck together. But I think one of the hardest challenges in MC is I think there's like 2, which is 1, making the villain still feel fun even when the players know they're going to win. And then 2, making the decks feel fun even when everybody's already set up.
Yeah.
Right? Having a good gameplay loop. And I think like for Namor, the deep mechanic makes him feel like a good gameplay loop because I enjoy like mathing out how can I dig through my deck really fast. And I think it's also fun for me to like watch Reader just to kind of see like how are you going to use your readies, like how are you going to use your tablets. And it's just kind of neat to see your particular gameplay.
Yeah, I wanted to like it. Not that we have to gush about our own things anymore, but the goal was that like I didn't want a hero that you could just sit up with. Like you have to flip down. You've got to flip down. And almost always when you're flipping down, with one exception, you are staying down that round, which means you've got to let the villain scheme sometimes. And that was the goal, was like, because there are heroes out there that's just like, I flip up and I'm up for the rest of the game, the end. And it's just like, that's what you have to earn it. And I like that. But I think it's a testament to this. Like you said, I think you nailed it. For villain design, you want it to feel like the villain is fun even when you know you're going to win. And I think he is. Like seeing it, because like he was like, he's just on the cusp of ramping. It's like, all right, well now he's just a base 5 attack, or he was a base 5 scheme. It's like, all right, well we've got to keep him confused, otherwise like he's just gonna pop it, and then he gets another thing, and then he's gonna go out of control. So I think he still stays fun no matter what. But I think that's it. I think we've gushed. We've gushed, and that was our shortest playthrough. We did it. I think we're probably gonna get humbled by the next scenario. We'll see.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Namor,
totally
arrogant
fine.
Namor over here. But anything else you want to say before we wrap it up?
No, I was just gonna. Well, I want to go ahead and check out the wrap up on the victories for the rule book, because I think it's kind of neat, and I'd like to go and mention that.
Yeah.
But before I do want to say, just like because you mentioned Reader's mechanic, I remember when I was getting into deck building for Marvel, and I ran like not custom content creation, but like just building a deck. And I remember reading this. I can't remember where it was. Maybe it was Hall of Heroes, or maybe it was something you pointed me to, but they were doing a hero rating, and one of the things they mentioned was that they thought it was fundamental that heroes should be rated on whether or not you need to flip down. And their argument was you have 2 sides, so why should it be a pro if you never have to use one of those 2 sides? Like if you just have an alter ego that you just don't care about, then like that should not be a pro. And so they would harshly rate characters that just wanted to stay up the entire time. And
it's less fun. And that's the point of a game, right? You want to have fun.
And I thought about that a lot. And then when Gambit came out, I looked at Gambit. I was like, oh, I bet the writer would love Gambit. And then I loved Gambit, and I appreciated Gambit for that reason. And so now I know that I didn't spend a lot of time going down, but like I also think Namor, like it rewards you for flipping your alter ego. I was trying to be like clever and creative by using like improvised porting to do it, but I was still utilizing that alter ego
100%, yeah.
for the Atlantis and everything. So
Yep.
it's just yeah, I think that's a really cool when there's a hero with an alter ego that's interesting and has cool interactions. I think that's really awesome.
Yeah.
And so yeah,
sure.
it was fun seeing how it all came together.
Yeah. All right,
Now,
let's get our victory rewards.
Yeah, so I wanted to mention this because I thought this was really neat. Where we have the 4 types of attachments: the fire, invisibility, shapeshifting, and stone. Of course, one for each of the Fantastic Four. And then based on which attachments he has. So this is worth noting because it doesn't matter which environments he has. It matters which attachments he has. So like if he had other attachments that we could have discarded, we definitely should have discarded them. Which he did in this case. There's no way we could have prevented.
Yeah, he didn't have this one, right? He just had.
He had invisibility and shapeshifting, which we could not get rid of.
Yes. Yeah.
So there's no way to do anything about that. But I thought that was really neat. It's just like, hey, look, there's based on how strong he got. There's an effect, right? So he had invisibility. He had shapeshifting. So now we have to find invisible components obligation and repair security system obligation. So he's like messed with the building basically, which is pretty neat. So
visible components and repair security systems, you said?
Repair security systems, yeah.
So these are obligations that we don't know yet. They might start in the deck. They might start out.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, but it just gives him a cool another cool flavor.
Yeah.
For the campaign as well.
Yeah, really for sure. That. I think again, back to gushing, and we'll probably gush again after the final scenario. Maybe we save it for that. Let's save our final like thoughts on the whole campaign for after the last one. But good.
I think we should even just do like a bonus video at the end. Like we'll just beat the last one. We'll talk about our kind of thoughts on that encounter, and then we should just have a sit down.
Yeah.
And like we could just like play some Marvel Champs in the background or something, but or play some Dwarf, and then just talk about like our thoughts on the whole campaign.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So
well, nice.
Yeah.
GG's Super Skrull. We did it.
Yeah, we did it.
On to our final one.
Anything else we want to add before we close?
I don't think so. I think I'm good.
Yeah. So again, a big thank you to Designhacker. Big thank you to Odysseus for their amazing content. It's been awesome playing through it. This was scenario 4, Super Skrull. Really fun. I feel like he got super rolled over, but I'm not trying to. But I gotta play my character. You know, where if you look at the face on my character, you can see. I'm just trying to play in character. No, so it was really fun, and I'm very excited for the next scenario and our last scenario to wrap up this campaign.
Yeah.
So,
I did want to say one more thing. Just if you watch and you feel so inclined to let me know if the camera is better this time, let me know. I think I think it probably is. So just let me know one way or another, and if not, I will continue doing this until I hear otherwise. So yeah, that's it. This is Hobby Vomit. Okay. We are Hobby Vomit.
So I'm Ian, and
I'm Matt.
it's really great to have you all. We'll see you on the next one.
Okay, bye.